Hello, 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 hello. Okay, day 3 of my coaching. Remember I told y'all I would not commit to a certain time, but I would commit to every day. And so it is 2:12 Central Standard Time. Today's Wednesday, December 3rd. And I just wanted to pop on here. Today I want to talk to you guys and gals about becoming 10x. Now, if you follow me, you know that my business partner in a couple of different ventures in both eXp Realty and Cardone Mortgage is Elena Cardone. And I get to work with Grant, and of course, but Elena is just one of my very best friends. And it has been the delight of my career, of my life, to work within this organization, to learn what it is to really be 10x. And it sounds so cliche. It sounds so easy. I think sometimes when I say it, people are like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. But guys, it is so real. When you have a mindset shift, try to say that out loud, mindset shift, that you're going to go from average or mediocre and you're going to commit to 10x, your life will change. Your business will change. Your relationships will change. You will change who you hang out with, because now it will come to your forefront what it means to be 10x, and you're not going to want to hang out with people that don't have the same mindset that you do. There's a saying that you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang out with. It is so true. And I think about, for myself at least, and you guys know I'm really doing these videos so that I can communicate with my team through the whole month of, and my organization through the whole month of December. And I thought I'm just going to share it with everybody because I've got this huge stretch goal. I want us to close. We crossed the $1 billion mark. On Sunday, but I want us to close $1.2 billion. I want that on the books and closed by December 31st. That's a 10x goal. That's a stretch goal. But hey, crazier things have happened. I've led teams that have broke world sales records. Okay. Nothing is impossible if you set targets. So I want to read a little something. So this is a book that I tell everybody to read. I've read it multiple times. I've talked to the author about it himself multiple times because I've questioned some things in the book, right? Sometimes you question authority. But one of my favorite statements in the book is this: extreme success, by definition, lies beyond the realm of normal action. If you want to achieve extreme success, you can't operate like everyone else and settle for mediocrity. And who wrote the book, Crushing Mediocrity? Yeah, it would be me and Renee Bangelsdorf. You need to remove luck and chance from your business equation and lock in massive success. The 10X rule shows you how. Success is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. And the book will give you a step-by-step guide, okay? But, Grant says it all the time. You guys see the t-shirt. Success is your duty. See, your success is not my duty. Even though as a leader, I take on the responsibility of giving you the tools, coaching you with the tools that will help you be successful. But I can't make you be successful. I can't make you execute. And that's over my, however many years now have I managed people, 35 years maybe, that I've managed high performance sales teams, both in automotive, insurance, mortgage, now real estate, back to mortgage again, all of that. I have found a common denominator between good and great salespeople, and that is execution. There's a lot of good salespeople out there, right? Like they're really good. They can present the product. They can get people all hyped up about it. They can do it, but they don't execute. They don't close. Have you heard enough to make a decision? Or in the case of real estate, have you seen enough to make a decision? Right? They're not closers. They become professional tour guides. They become professional product people. I had that problem in the car business with some people. I'm like, guys, this is not Wheel of Fortune here. Like, our job isn't just to do a walk around and look good and look at the car. Like, it is to find the people the car that they can buy and close the deal. Okay. That is being 10X. And so I found something today when I thought about what am I going to talk about? Like, how do we, every one of you that will watch this, I'm hoping if you're following this every single day, I said I would do it. Yesterday morning, I did it at 6:45 in the morning. And I said, because you do the hard stuff first. All right. You do the hard stuff first. And so for me, the hard stuff is getting my butt up when it's 42 degrees outside and going and working out. That's the hard stuff first. But can I tell you how it sets the stage for the rest of my day? I did it again this morning. And it's like I never want to do it. I'm never laying in bed going, woo-hoo, I'm getting up right now. It is freezing outside. I'm going to go get my workout clothes on. I'm going to go put a coat on. I'm going to go get in my car. I'm going to drive. And like never said, nobody ever. But in my head, if I don't do what I committed in my head, see, part of the 10X rule is about commitment, like making commitments. Like one of Grant's chapters is stop lying to yourself. Okay. So lying to yourself is going to bed that night and going, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to work out in the morning. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Right. I try to do it every morning. But lying to myself is laying in bed and making excuses as to why I can't, or I'll go this afternoon. I did that on Monday. I did not get up and work out. I said, I'll go this afternoon. I literally put the clothes in my car. I was going to take the 4:30 class. I put all my workout clothes in my car because I was still lying to myself. I was still lying to myself that I was going to do it because I broke my commitment. I broke my commitment Monday morning. So I lied to myself all day long that I was going to go to the gym. Guess what happened at 4:00? I was still at the office. I was working on a contract. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to miss it. I'm just going to miss it today because I'm going to get up in the morning and go. And when I tell you how it just wrecked my spirit all day, because I lied to myself in the morning and I never got past the fact that I broke my commitment on doing it. Because to me, I know what it means to do it. And I just give you that small example. And some of you are going to be like, okay, she's ridiculous. That's so stupid. But it's not stupid. If you want to be 10X, if you want to crush mediocrity, if you want to have all the success in life that I believe that you deserve, and if you're watching this, that means you follow me somehow, somewhere. You're on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook, you're on X, you're on Instagram, you're on YouTube. I don't know where you're going to see this today, or you might not see it for a week from now, because sometimes I think the universe will put something in your path the day that you need to see it. But if you break commitments you make to yourself, as important as the commitment of getting up and working out in the morning, because your body needs that, your body needs to breathe, it needs to move, or you will die. Okay. You will die. You will have sickness. You will have problems in your health. And it all could have been stopped or prevented or minimized by keeping the commitment to yourself to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how do you take care of other people? All right. Again, this is my coaching session. Like, I can't motivate the unmotivated. I am telling you what I did this week about lying to myself on Monday morning. And when I tell you I did not perform at optimal anything Monday, I didn't. Got a deal done. Yay. Okay. I mean, I can do that on any day. But in my mind, I wasn't the Lisa. I wasn't the fierce lioness that I go out and portray myself to be, because about 90-something% of the time I do stay on course. But there's that 10% where you become a slacker. Okay. And I slacked, and then I didn't work out, and then I was mad at myself, and I told myself the lie, and oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, what a vicious circle. What a vicious circle when we start lying to ourselves. So what are you going to do to hold yourself accountable so you don't lie to yourself? And so I'll have people on my team tell me this. Well, then you know what? I'm just not going to make those commitments, because if I don't make those commitments, I'm not lying to myself. Because if I don't say I'm going to get up every morning at 6 a.m. and go, do my meditation, do my praying, write in my journal, go work out, whatever that looks like. If I don't do that, if I don't make that commitment to myself and then I don't do it, it's okay. Because then I didn't lie to myself. Problem solved, Lisa. Like, that's like the worst answer ever. We're given 24 hours a day, and all of you are busy like I am. And that morning time is the only time I have for myself. So if I don't take care of me from about 6 a.m. in the morning till about 8:30, like I've got this window from 6 a.m. to 8:30, except that my dear friend, and she's probably going to watch this, Elena Cardone, forgets that we're on different time zones. She's on Eastern, I'm on Central. So there's many times at 7 a.m. I have a call from E, and she's calling me, and she's like, oh my God, I forgot. It's 8 a.m. here. I'm like, yeah, hour difference, girlfriend. But seriously, between 6 and 8:30, that is my time for me. So I'm lying to myself if I think after 8:30 in the morning that I'm not going to get pulled off target. I'm not going to get pulled off track. I'm not going to get phone calls. I'm not going to have agents call me. I'm not going to have to go show property. I'm not going to have to manage people. I'm not going to have to do something for someone else. Why? Because business is open at 8:30 in the morning. And I'm in big trouble if my phone is not ringing. If people are not calling me going, I need you, Lisa. I need you, Lisa. I am out of business. So I'm grateful at 8:30 in the morning when all the bells start ringing, okay? But I certainly can't take any time for myself typically during the hours of 8:30 and about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I'm tied up, I'm booked, I'm whatever. But from 6 to 8:30 in the morning, God, y'all, it is so cold outside, and I've got this like furry sweater on, but it's big, and I'm like trying to move around in it. But from 6 to 8:30 in the morning, that's the time I have to commit to do what I need to do. And all the things I mentioned to you guys: pray, journal, read my Bible, go work out, and write cards to people. Like that's what I do between 6 and 8:30 in the morning, unless Elena calls me at 7 a.m. because she thinks it's 8 a.m. But that's my time to talk to my business partner sometimes. Because she's got an insane day, I've got an insane day, and sometimes we have to connect at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that's my time. And if I don't honor my time and honor my commitment to myself, then I'm going to fail, and so will you. So I was thinking about, as I'm thinking about 10X, I spoke at 10X Ladies, the final 10X Ladies, and I spoke on Lioness, Not a Lamb. Right? How to rise up, how to be the lioness. Lionesses run the jungle and lambs get slaughtered. And anyways, not to go down that track today, but so I asked Grant, I knew it was the final 10X, and I was kind of doing a tribute to Elena. And anyway, so I had texted Grant. I said, Grant, what does 10X mean to you? I mean, you're the founder. And the other thing I talked about was building a movement, build an empire. And that's for later in the month when I'm going to talk to y'all about that. But so I said, gee, like, what does 10X mean to you? I'm going to be talking about building a movement. You've built one of the most, I'm going to say the most successful business movement on planet Earth, which is the 10X movement. And here's what he said to me. He said, I started the 10X movement because I believed there are a lot of people around the world like me who saw themselves living below their potential. And I was right. Millions of people like you, Lisa, immediately embraced the concept of a 10X life. Almost instantly, 10X became a verb, not a concept. Isn't that great? A verb, not a concept. It's simple. It's self-explanatory. It's inspirational. And 10X is for every person, regardless of where they are right now. For the person at 0, for the millionaire, or even for the billionaire. That is a direct quote from Mr. Cardone. Let's see here. You guys can see. From Mr. Cardone himself. And the founder of the 10X movement. And so it's for every person. It is for every one of you out there right now. Because see, I see December as the month of the Great Reset. We all come out hard in January. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to, I hear it all. And years ago, I got rid of New Year's resolutions. Like, why am I going to be a slog 364 days a year and all of a sudden do this on January 1? Why would I not try to live that best life every single day? So to me, New Year's Day is just another day. And I do not make resolutions, and I don't, because I try to make a new resolution every day. If I see that I am being mediocre, or my business is suffering, or I'm not at peak performance, I'm like, okay, reset today. I'm going to reset today right now. And I've done that. I'm going to right now, seriously, I'm going to just unplug, and I'm going to think about why I'm not succeeding, why we're not performing at optimal, why I didn't close that deal, why, whatever. Like I spend so much time diagnosing what went wrong because I don't want to make a mistake twice. And I make plenty of mistakes. We all do. But I don't want to make it twice. So I think about that in business a lot. So anyways, all of that being said, every one of you should start today. You should make your 10X promise, your resolution. You should take December 3rd of 2025, and you should say, this is my January 1st. This is my J1. And what am I going to do today, right now, to start living a 10X life? Because like Grant said to me in this, that 10X became a verb. 10X became a verb, not a concept. It's simple, it's self-explanatory, it's inspirational, and it's for every person, regardless of where you are right now. And you may not feel like you're living a 10X life. You may not feel like you are 10X in your home life or your business or with your friends or in your community. But, you can make a decision now that, hey, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Like, just look yourself in the mirror and just go, I'm going to do better. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to be nicer. I'm going to try to be, I'm going to learn more. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to get up in the morning because I'm going to feel that those of you who work out in the morning, which most of my people probably do. But for those of you who don't, it'll change your life. It'll change your life. Like this morning I was leaving the gym and I was like, and today was another day. I was just like, because I just don't like the cold. I'm thinking about living in Texas. When it gets cold, we all clam up. I left the gym today and I was like, okay, done, off my list. Like boom, 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 done. Yay me. And I was getting through it. And it's funny because I wear my, what's it called? iPhone watch, whatever. When I go to the gym, especially when I take classes, because I like to know when it's going to be over. That's a little secret I'll tell y'all. Because if the class is 50 minutes or 55 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm 35 minutes through this thing. I've gotten through 60% of it. I'm just going to push. I'm going to grind. I'm going to push. I'm going to grind. And the days that I don't wear it, and I've taken all these Pilates classes for years. So I kind of know, when we get to planks, I know I'm like, okay, we're about 2/3 through, so I'm like, I know the different stuff that we're kind of at what point after 4.5, 5 years, of what point we are. But I like to know to the minute when I'm going to be done, because I'm really like, I like it, but I don't love it. I don't love it, but it's a discipline. It's a muscle. I'm building muscle, not like muscle in my body, but like muscle in my core, not my core, but yes, in that too, but in my being and who I am and who I am as a leader, because if, who am I to tell my people, 900 of them, hey, you need to be better. You need to do better. You need to study the 10X rule. You need to be doing your classes. You need to be you need to self-enhance. And I don't mean physically. I mean, your brains, learn. I put it up. It's so interesting on my social media. A new cause that I donate to every month is Hillsdale College. And how did I hear about Hillsdale? Charlie Kirk. And, Charlie did not go to college, but he got a formal education through Hillsdale College. So I started going down the road of Hillsdale College. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but I am going to be teaching my first class at University of Mary Hardin Baylor in January with Dr. Laura Oliver. I'm so excited because they're bringing me in to teach on my book, Crushing Mediocrity. Okay, Professor Lisa. I love that. But anyways, I didn't go to a university. I went to fashion college. I did not like school when I was in school, when I was young. I don't know why I didn't, because now I am such a school person. I have many, I've been to the Harvard Business School. I got their business certificate. That was pretty hard. I did lots of stuff. I've held lots of professional licenses. I had my securities series 663, 7, lots. I've done lots and lots of licensing, schooling, continuing it. I love school. I love it as an adult. I love to learn. I love to read. Elena and I have listened to or read over 250 books now in 3 years. We have our little private book club, and most of them we listen to, but some of them we've read. and everything, I mean, some very, very deep books, deep business books, deep spiritual books, like all of it. Like I cannot get enough of learning. So when I found out about Hillsdale College, I thought, I bet there's lots of people like me that would love to do an online college, do online courses, whatever. And so anyways, Hillsdale College, I think it's .edu, but it's free. I'm a monthly donor because I set aside a certain part of my income in my business to donate. So it's now become one of my charities. And I would highly recommend that you guys or gals, if you're watching this and you're like, I want to learn some more. I want to learn more about American history, or I want to learn more about the Constitution, or I want to learn more about business or whatever. Check out Hillsdale. It's free. If I haven't said that yet, free. Courtesy of people like me who will write checks to them every single month, because I value education. I value that. I don't care if you're 75, if you're, I mean, I come from a smart family. My mother's got a PhD. She's, my mother's brilliant. My dad and I were just both super street smart, right? Both of my kids are college grads, right? Like I mean, I always valued education as an adult. I just didn't get it when I was young. I just wanted to get out of school. Just wanted to be done so I could go make money because I was a capitalist. So anyways, check out Hillsdale College, but do something every single day that will make you better, that will make you stronger, that'll make you a more effective. There's lots of great leadership classes, y'all. Lots of great leadership classes on Hillsdale College at Hillsdale College online. If you've got extra money, or if you're looking to donate to something that I think is really, really worthy, check out being a donor like I am to Hillsdale College, because I want to know that I'm helping people get better. I support the Grant Cardone Foundation. I really believe in what Grant's doing when it comes to single moms and kids without fathers. And so educating them on things like the 10X rule. There's actually a book about this that is for kids. There's the 10X rule for kids. And why not start your kid early? Why? Like, we live in a world that wants to hold you down. They want to, like. I don't think we live in a world that wants you to be successful. I think that's something that's got to come from inside of you. I think you have to make a decision that you want to be successful against all odds. And you're not going to let the naysayers and the haters tell you that you can't do it, or you're not worthy, or you're not good enough, or whatever. So if you go into it with that mindset and you get up every morning and you take a Hillsdale class that's free, if I have not said that yet, so you take a Hillsdale class, you learn more about our country, you learn about our concept. I'm taking one on ethics right now. I'm finishing ethics, and then I'm starting one on the Constitution. Because, there's so many people out there, the pundits, the Constitution, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I need to know what really know. I don't need to hear it on Fox News or wherever about what the Constitution says. I need to know for myself. Okay. And so I'm not going to take other people's word for it anymore. I'm just not on anything, whether it's government, whether it's finances, or whatever. I'm going to go learn it myself, because, but moral to that story is, I have to do those things between 6 and 8:30 in the morning. I just do. So that becomes my non-negotiable time. So like, my butt needs to be up out of bed at 6, because I have to have my 20 ounces of coffee in the morning, or forget it. Like, that is my crack, is my coffee. I need my coffee to turn my brain on for whatever reason. And then, go work out. Like, I'm really committed to doing that every day, but that's about an hour and 15 minutes. You don't need 3 hours of workout a day unless, you're, a bodybuilder or something. And then just time to be able to reflect, to be able to pray, to be able to, do my classes. And my classes at Hillsdale, y'all, I only do 15, 20 minutes a day on them. That's it. They're 3-hour classes. So, it takes me a minute to get through them sometimes. But all of that being said, that is a 10X life. That is a 10X life. When I put this on Instagram, I'm going to tag Grant in it. And I hope to get him on one day this month to talk about the 10X, the 10X rule, why he wrote the 10X rule, and how I met Grant back in the car business. And the thing that we know about people is that you have more in you than you think you do. That's how I'm wrapping this today. You can be more, you can do more. You have more in you than you ever thought possible. I believe in you. I know Grant believes in you. The 10X rule believes in you. We believe in you. And that's why I think we're kind of tough coaches. And anybody who's on my real estate team shows up to my calls every Thursday. I see Hallie's on here, Annie's on here. They both show up every week because they're winners, and winners show up. Anyways, sometimes like I get off my calls. I'm like, oh, was I too tough on them? I'm like, no, like I am tough. But I'm tough because I love these people. I love people who want to work with us and want to work with me and Elena and all of our other leaders, you know, and I feel like I owe it. Like I got to be moms sometimes because I want them to reach heightened levels of success. And I want every one of you to reach heightened levels of success. And that's one of the principles of Elena Cardone's Build an Empire. You know, you'll never reach heightened, and you deserve heightened levels of success. You do. And guys, I won't lie to you. It does not suck to fly around on a Gulf Stream. I've done it many times. It doesn't suck. It is pretty nice. And I knew Grant Cardone when he was not flying around on a Gulf Stream and he was flying in on American Airlines on points and coming into my dealership and asking me to spend $4,000 a month. Okay. He was not a billionaire yet. So that's why I'm so sold on the 10X rule. That's why I'm so sold on Cardone U and all of the things that you guys hear me talk about. I know there's a lot of other gurus out there, and I never followed any of them. So it's not for me to say if they're good, they're bad, they're ugly. I really don't know because I don't read any of it. I don't follow it. Yeah. Get me on a Gulf Stream. Well, Hallie, we need to talk to Elena about that. She might put something up there. That Gulf Stream does not. It's just like we're on an airliner and it's just me, her, and Doodles. You just walk. Oh, and then the two pilots in the front. And that's it. Like that's the airplane ride. It does not suck. But anyways, that is an earned trophy of theirs. I only tell that story to say it's an earned trophy. They've earned that. That's a trophy. It is an absolute trophy to their hard work, to their commitment to being 10X. So this is one of my longer, oh yeah, Doodles. Yes, Hallie, Doodles is on that plane. Doodles has never flown commercial. Never, ever, ever. Doodles is always on the plane. I feel like we've been with Doodles on the helicopter too. Anyways, but Doodles for sure on the plane. So what is it you're going to do? Like I said, I committed to 31 days of coaching. I was going to come on whenever, however. If you like this today, you think this would benefit somebody, share it out. I'm seeing myself like getting like riled up about the next 27 days because guys, like if you're in my organization, we need $200 million in sales. And I'm hoping something that I say to you will make you go, oh, I'm going to call this person. I'm going to try to get a 10-day close. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to get this under contract. I'm going to try to do something to be better, to do better. I want to hit the stretch goals for our organization. Like I want you to want that as bad as I do. Because if we hit it, that means you guys are making a lot of money. And that's always the goal. Like, let's be real. We get up in the morning to make money, serving our clients. Yeah, that's great. But you need to serve your family. You owe it to your family and you owe it to yourself to make money it's Christmas. Okay. And like, I won't apologize for that. I don't mind getting paid for what I do, but I'm going to do it with everything I've got. Everything I've got. And if you work with me, you know that everything I've got, I'll pull out every stop, whatever. 10X, baby. 10X is you don't quit. You don't say no. You get to the finish line. That is how you 10X. So I don't know what time I'll be on tomorrow. Oh, but so excited. Tonight, you guys will see pictures. I am going to meet the board. I'm going to meet up with them, I should say, of Women in Automotive, because they've got their conference coming here in Austin sometime next year. And these are all my friends. I was the inaugural keynote speaker. I will be speaking at this Women in Automotive. But I was the inaugural keynote speaker for Women in Automotive. I want to say it was 15 years ago. Anyways, they called me. They're like, we're in town. We're getting the venue. We want to have dinner. We're going to talk about the event. Like, I'm so jazzed. These are some of my favorite women on planet Earth. They are absolute Veronica and Robin and Kathy. Like, I cannot wait to see you girls. If you're watching this right now, my heart, I'll always have a heart for automotive, especially for the women in automotive. Yeah, life is good, but hey, something can happen anytime, any way, any minute, and that can all be taken away. So I want you to think about how you're going to wake up every morning, how you're going to start your day, and that you're not going to start your day by quitting on yourself. I've done it. I told you the story about Monday. So I am not here saying I'm so perfect, but I'll tell you what, I'm conscious of every move I make. And hey, some of them, but you've got to be conscious. You've got to think about it. You've got to be committed, because if you're committed, the only difference between success and failure, right, is 10x. And I don't want any of you to be mediocre. And if you're on my team, I want you to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. We had some good movement yesterday. I saw on the app. But we're not anywhere close to $200 million. Now, I know it's only the third day of the month, so let's get those closings in. Anyways, for all of you that listen to me and let me go on for 30 minutes, thank you. I do this because I love you guys and gals. I want everybody in my universe, I want everybody to be successful. Success is fun. Success is great. Success is your legacy. And as Grant would say, it's your duty. Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at some time.